This week I have been testing and wearing some new fragrances, so stay tuned to find out what I chose to wear throughout the week. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel where I upload weekly fragrance content. So you already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button down below and also be sure to go ahead and check out my Instagram page and give me a follow. But you already know what time it is, guys. It is another weekly fragrance rotation uploading every single Monday. But during this week, I have actually been trying some new fragrances from some decants and stuff like that. So let's not waste any time and get right into Sunday. So on Sunday, it was in the low 80s, still a nice sunny day outside, and I actually chose to wear a fragrance that I have never worn before, but it has been on my radar, and that is coming from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and it is Gentle Fluidity Silver, and I do have it in this Decant X kind of atomizer here. And if you guys want to actually get your decants, check them out and use code HUNTER15, and that will just save you 15% off, and they have a huge catalog. But back to Gentle Fluidity Silver, guys. This is a phenomenal aromatic, kind of sharp, metallic fragrance, and will definitely be one of my next from the MFK house, along with Grand Soir. Of course, I do have Baccarat Rouge 540, and that's the only fragrance I have from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, but this one is definitely high up on my wish list now, and this will be a great signature scent for any guy. On that day though, I did do 8 sprays of Gentle Fluidity Silver. Actually pretty good performance, especially for the kind of scent profile. It is a little bit airy, musky, has a nice juniper berry note in here. That does give it that aromatic touch. But I did get a compliment from my dad because I actually met him for dinner at a steakhouse and he said, "Wow, you smell good." And I said, "Thank you." Of course, that's a given now. As you already know, if you see me out and about, I'm gonna smell good, guys, without a doubt. But this one definitely will pull compliments. And like I said, one of the better aromatic fragrances I have tried. So for Monday, it was in the high 70s and cloudy, a little bit colder than on Sunday. And I actually chose to wear what I consider to be my signature scent, even though that is hard to say since I have around 400 bottles. But this one just fits me perfectly, and it's coming from Louis Vuitton. And this, of course, is the one and only L'Immensité. I love this fragrance, guys. It kind of takes that Tigar DNA, but goes a completely different route. A nice amber base, a little bit resinous and warm. Of course, you have that ginger in here as well. That's phenomenal. On that day, though, I did do 8 sprays of L'Immensité. Later on in the day, like towards the evening time, I actually went to look at cars because I'm in the market to get a new car, guys. Unfortunately, didn't get one on that day. I thought maybe L'Immensité would help me out to get a good deal. That wasn't the case. But yeah, I love L'Immensité, guys. Definitely one of my favorite Louis Vuittons, if not my favorite, along with Ombre Nomad. I just think this is the perfect, versatile, signature scent worthy fragrance from Louis Vuitton, and it fits me flawlessly. So heading into Tuesday, it was in the mid 70s, kind of cloudy outside as well. It seems like it just keeps getting colder and colder throughout the week, guys. But on that day, I actually put out another decant, and it is Nishane's Fan Your Flames. And oh my goodness, guys, I'm getting a bottle of this stuff immediately. It has this nice kind of tropical coconut along with this boozy tobacco vibe. It is a little bit dark. It's like a dark fragrance that actually can be pulled off during like the summertime or even going on vacation. I love this stuff so much. I know this has gotten some hype from the house of Nishane. I never tried it before, but finally got my nose on it with this decant, and I'm so impressed. On that day, I did do 8 sprays, got no compliments, but Fan Your Flames is so strong, and that's kind of what you expect from the house of Nishane. They are all extrait de parfums, which is like the highest of perfume oils. Of course, you have Ani, Abysmal Vanilla. You have hacivat, Abysmal Pineapple fragrance, and this stuff is extremely unique, very niche-like. It is a little bit on the more daring side, just because how dark it is, being like a tropical, dark, boozy tobacco fragrance. But I think this might be a must for like the summertime if you want to stand out. This is like a man's summertime tropical fragrance. Okay, on Wednesday, it was in the low 70s, also cloudy. It's like I said, getting colder and colder. I actually pulled out one of my favorite fruity fragrances from my entire collection, and that is Byron Parfums Mula Mula, guys. Money right here. That's exactly what this fragrance is. So fruity, has this nice kind of like earthy patchouli note in here, I believe, as well as it dries down. Phenomenal. It's very peachy in the top though, so if you're not really the biggest fan on peach, you might not like this one, but it's not like over the top like something like Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. There's a lot more going on in this, very complex for the kind of scent profile being very fruity and sweet. And it's also strong, guys. This is some strong stuff. This stuff pushes off the skin so nice and leaves a beautiful scent trail. On that day, I only did 5 sprays of this one, got no compliments, but wow, if you're looking for a fruity fragrance, especially if you're a guy watching this, you absolutely must check out Mula Mula by Byron Parfums. This is a stunner. On Thursday, I went with one of my favorite flankers from the 1 Million collection, and that is none other than 1 million Parfum. Now, on that day, it was in the high 60s, also very cloudy outside. It's been a gloomy week, guys. But 1 million Parfum, like I said, is one of the best flankers out of the entire line, and there are a lot. The only one I had not tried is the brand new Royale, which I have heard good things about. But this one kind of takes that original 1 million scent profile and brings a bunch of florals and like the solar vibe about it. Very, very uplifting. And I'm not really the biggest fan of 1 million. I've smelled it far too much, and there's something so sickeningly sweet about that original bubblegum sweet that just kind of rubs me the wrong way. This one though, with the included florals, it just brings a little bit more sophistication and classy vibe to that original DNA. On that day though, I did do 8 sprays of the Parfum, which is probably overkill for this fragrance because it is obviously a Parfum and it's so strong. Even the original 1 million strong, this stuff is even stronger. Got no compliments on that day, even though this fragrance in the past from wearing it has got me a ton of attention. I love the Parfum. For Friday, it was in the low 70s, also cloudy and gloomy. So I wanted to pull out something a little bit darker, maybe woody for that day. So I went with a private blend by Tom Ford, and this one is timeless. Of course, that is oud wood. Now, I just recently dropped my review of this fragrance, so if you have missed that, go and check that one out. You're not gonna wanna miss it because, like I said, this fragrance is a classic and by far one of my favorite private blends, if not my favorite. This one holds so much sentimental value to me, guys. The first oud fragrance that actually got me into that genre, and now it being my favorite note. This one though is obviously a very spicy, woody fragrance from that rosewood. You have the cardamom, and then you have that oud in here, which is done in a very different way. It almost has this plasticky vibe about it, but the way it's done and blended, I love this stuff. On that day though, did 4 sprays of oud wood. Didn't really do much, so I didn't want to overdo it or spray this one too much. But I adore this stuff and will forever have a special place in my collection. So wrapping the week off on Saturday, which happened to be one of the warmest days of the entire week. It was cloudy though. I did pull out a brand new fragrance in my collection. First time wearing it as well, and might be one of my new favorite discoveries of 2023. And this is a brand new launch. It's coming from Thomas Day Monaco, and this is their Grand Beau, guys. If you love green, fresh, slightly aromatic fragrances, you have to check this one out, guys. It literally smells like being by the coast next to the sea. You get that sea breeze coming along with the wind. Very woody, very green, and has a ton of pine in here along with the juniper berries, which work kind of perfect together. And it's very rooty as well from the angelica root. I think there's some dry vetiver in here as well. And then once it dries down, it has this kind of like oud-ish vibe, very earthy and woody, which I believe is coming from some synthetic molecule called ambroxanide, I believe, which gives it that kind of ambery, woody, earthy, oudy vibe, which I love, guys. You have to check this one out. The performance is phenomenal as well. And I have been interested in the Thomas Day Monaco house since Raw Gold got a ton of hype. And if Raw Gold is anywhere near as good as this stuff, then the hype is definitely real because this stuff is phenomenal. I did do 3 sprays on Saturday, got no compliments. But yeah, I love this stuff and looking forward to reviewing this and wearing it more in the future. But that's gonna do it for my weekly fragrance rotation. Let me know down below the fragrances you guys have chosen to wear throughout the week. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. And of course, I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.